is Uriah Levy. He was a Jewish commodore. He fought in the 1812 war. He got rid of the practice of flogging, and he fought anti-Semitism during a time frame where it was very uncommon, making him quite unique to Philadelphia. Now, if you guys are looking to your right side, you're looking at Christ Church Burial Grounds. And I heard that people were dying to get in. Alright, live a little, laugh a little. We can, they can, okay? There are 5 signers of the Declaration of Independence buried right inside there. One of them being Dr. Benjamin Rush. He was an essential doctor during the 1793 yellow fever pandemic. That is what wiped out 2/3 of Philadelphia. We were the capital before then. Now, because of the pandemic, George Washington, picked up the Pentagon and was like, we're going to make Washington, D.C. the new capital. That's kind of what happened, right? But before then, that's how we were the capital, and that's why you have so many historic sites that sit here until this very day in Philadelphia. Now, if you're looking in front of you to your right side, there's something. What does that say? The United States Mints. What do we make in the mints? Money. Who likes money? Oh yeah, me too. That's right. So as you might imagine, put some in the tip box before you leave. That's right. Now, we coined our first coin in 1792. So, what happens? Oh, hold on to your hats, by the way. Yes. We coined our first coin in 1792. We passed something called the Coinage Act, and now we can make over 1 million coins every 30 minutes. Wow, that's a lot of coins. Have you guys ever seen the backside of a coin? There's an animal. What is it? An eagle. Now that eagle is named Peter. And poor Peter sits to them to your right side inside that building. Now you're visiting Peter, you can also get your $300 bill. Some of you guys are like, yeah, right. It's a $300 bill, but it's no longer valid. It's shredded in a tiny baggie and makes for a cute souvenir. So try it out. Why not? It's free 99 to go, which means it's free. By the way, what street are we on? Race. That's right. Spatial awareness. Look at you guys. It tells you right in front of you to your right side, all right? Now, race was named after illegal horse racing. Why? Because we're Philadelphians, all right? But once upon a time, we did have a system that made a little more sense. If you're looking in front of you to your right side, all our streets going north to south are named after numbers, such as 4 streets. And all our streets going east to west were named after trees. But Race Street is not a tree. This street was renamed. Now, do you guys like root beer? Yes. Where does root beer come from? That's right. Look to your right side. The magic wall will tell you there's a tan strip to your right side. It says it right up here. Sassafras. If you missed it up there, it says it down here. Sassafras. That's right. That used to be the tree the street was named after. That is where you get root beer. That's right. Now speaking of beer, if you're looking to your right side, that is Patty's Pub. Anybody watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Oh yeah, that was featured in the actual series. Now, if you've ever seen anything in a movie or a series, it looks exactly like that in real life in Philadelphia. So you can go in there and drink to your heart's content. Now, if you're looking in front of you to your left side, this is some really cool architecture too. It is the longest. What color is it? Gray. Blue. That's right. It's the longest blue bridge in the country. Now, there are longer bridges, they're just not blue, okay? Now, that is named after Benjamin Franklin. You guys remember him? The guy in the $100 bill? You get really excited when you see him? Me too. Now, here's the thing. If you don't remember him, on a windy day like this with the rainstorm, you might remember him from an experiment. It was called the Kite Key Experiment. As I like to call it, bad parenting. He took his son out in a rainstorm, told him to hold a key and a kite. Not too sharp of an idea. But he did come up with something a little bit better. It's called the fire department, you know? With our firefighters and stuff like that. If you're looking to your left side, this is Fireman's Hall Museum. This is where he started the fire department here in Philadelphia. And until this very day, we have the fire department exists. You can check out his old equipment inside that museum. Now I'm tired of Benjamin Franklin. Let's talk about someone else. This guy is very special. He had a whole alley named after him. If you're looking to your left side, this is Alfred's Alley. And you're like, where? It's a little small, okay? But don't judge. It's the heart that counts. Now, if you're looking to your left side, this is Alfred's Alley. It's named after Jeremiah Alfred of Plastic. Nothing less, but nothing more. All through the 1700s, 1/3 of the houses were headed by women. All through the 1900s, it was an Irish immigrant community, Irish people. That is the oldest continuously lived on residential block. That's right. Which means that represents the working class in America. Oh, yeah. So if you haven't found a pocket of yourself yet in Philadelphia, you will, I promise, for everyone's second home. So you'll find yourself here. That's fine. Now, if you're looking in front of us, speaking of pockets, oh my goodness, this truck. Okay, Okay, Chris, you got it. Shimmy through. Oh yeah, look at Chris. Look at Chris. I love the pressure. It's my favorite. Look at Chris. Oh yeah, killing it. Look at Chris. Okay. Yeah, they're so excited for you. Anyway. If you're looking in front of us to our right side, there's a blue sign. It starts with the letter G. What does that say? Ew, that's gross, man. Alright, other than the cheesy fun, you guys know about a poet by the name of Edgar Allan Poe. Yes. Yes, the Raven himself, that's right. The Raven himself spent 6 of his most significant writing years here in this very building. That's right, he wrote the Telltale Heart. That's about one man's murder and hiding them under the floorboards. They say if you go in there, you can still hear the heart under the floorboards. Little fun, a little creepy, a little Philadelphia, that's right. But you get our guests, welcome to Philadelphia. Now you're looking to your right side, this is the Betsy Ross House. Is anyone coming off for the Betsy Ross House? Alright. No? We're all good? We're all set? Alright, to your right side is the Betsy Ross House. What is Betsy Ross famous for? The flag! That is right, but if you're a true historian, you know there's speculation about that. What we do know for sure is that she made the Pennsylvania Navy flag. She, although was a woman, was more than a flag maker. She was a baddie. She had 3 husbands. 2 of them were pirates. 1 of them was a poster, just like her. She made over 680 packets of ammunition for the American Revolutionary War. Can you imagine that? No woman did that back then. But she was a woman of faith, a Quaker, which we'll talk about in a second. But first, to your right side, there's a guy with a big forehead. Who is this guy? Tony. Benjamin Franklin. That's right. Now his entire bust is made out of keys because that's what he's famous for. Key experiment and pennies. We'll talk about the pennies later. But back to your left side. This is a Quaker burial ground, aka Arch Street Meeting House. It's a burial ground. Now, did you guys see any tombstones? No, because Quakers are the religious society of friends. They believe that each and every single one of us has a piece of God inside of us. So when we died, we return our piece of God to them. It was disrespectful to put down a tombstone. That's right. But if you're looking to your left side, this is a different place. There's plenty of tombstones here because we're in Christchurch burial grounds. People are dying to get in, remember? Now, if you look at that railing to your left side, there are people standing in front of it. Who is that guy? We talked about him like 5 seconds ago. Benjamin Franklin. That's right. That's where he's buried. Now, on top of his grave are pennies. I would be angry if someone threw pennies on my grave. However, it is popular for saying, a penny saved is a penny. Oh, that's right. Now, there's a legend that goes, if you flip a coin on top of his grave, if it lands heads up, your marriage will go right. If it lands heads down, your marriage will go south. But I think if you're relying on a coin to tell you how your marriage is going to go, it's probably not so much of a good marriage, buddy. Right, if you're looking in front of you to your right side, this is, the National Constitution Center. What do we have inside the Constitution Center? Good, all good Americans. Not the Constitution, right? Some people like to say the Constitution. The answer is no. That was a trick question. The Constitution doesn't sit in there, neither does it sit in Nicolas Cage's back pocket. It sits all the way in Washington, D.C. And if you don't know the reference about Nicolas Cage, this is where National Treasures was shot. Like the entirety of Philadelphia. Some people are like, here in specific, there, here, yeah, everywhere, okay? National Treasures. Now, to your right side, this is where you can learn about how the Constitution is a living, breathing, and changing document for each and every single one of us. Hello, friends. There's plenty of seats. Hello. Have fun. Okay, good. Now we're all set up top if you're on the bottom, Chris. Now, the reason why I keep saying that is because Chris can't see up here, as you might imagine. No x-ray vision, hopefully. But if you're looking to your right side, that's also very popular for school field trips, as you might imagine. That's kind of how you get it, okay? But in front of it is a Starbucks. Because, of course, history makes you thirsty, right? It's just convenient placement. Of course, all the school kids are like, yeah, I want to get some Starbucks. All right, anyway. Now, if you're looking in front of it, watch out to your right. There's some kids. Cool. Now, if you're looking in front of it to your right side, that's the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia. Now, what's the difference between this and the Mint? The Mint is where we make our money. This is where we manage it. This is where we allocate it throughout our whole system. We have a Money in Motion exhibition, which is free as well. So check it out here in Philadelphia. Oh, no, ironic how it is free, huh? Interesting. Now, if you're looking in front of you to your right side is the African American Museum in Philadelphia. We have a big black population in Philadelphia and a perfect museum to imagine. If you're looking in front of it, there are some bells. Look to your right side. How many bells are there? A lot. All right, that's right. It's 13, representing the 13 colonies. However, not a single one of them have a clapper, therefore they do not ring. It's supposed to represent the lack of black representation in history. Interesting architecture, right? Now, speaking of interesting futuristic architecture, we're looking to our right side. Now the Coliseum looking building, at this brown building that's connected to the parking lot. How would you guys describe this brown building? Brown, you're a personality person, aren't you? You're like, they're kind of brown, I'll go for them. No, but if you're looking to your right side, this is ugly. We call it as we see it in Philadelphia, alright? Now, this is hideous because this is 1950s architecture. Every building looked this hideous. Can you imagine going to work in that? So to your right side, that's where people go to work. To your left side, that's where people park their cars. What happened? How ironic. Well, post 1950s, we realized we have to stop making ugly buildings. So what do? We put in a rule. It's called the 1% art rule. Whatever you're building, 1% of it must go towards art. That's how you get gorgeous, gorgeous parking lots. Speaking of cool parking lots, look to your right side. Here's another really cool parking lot. Now, what kind of animals are those? Dragons? Dragons. Where are we going? Chinatown, that's right. Welcome down to Chinatown, my hometown if you can tell. Now, I got you guys. Now, if you're looking in front of you to your left and right sides, doesn't it look absolutely stunning? Nod your heads, yes. Now, here's the thing, right? This used to be a murder district. And how many people believe me when I told them that? Once upon a time, it was a murder district. It was actually Skid Row. But there's a guy by the name of Li Fong. During the Chinese Exclusion Act, if you look like me, you couldn't get a job. So he was desperate. He opened up one laundromat and it's turned into everything you can see to your left and right side. Isn't this the true American dream? That's right. Now, if you guys want a good shot of Philadelphia, take out your cameras. You're going to point it to the right side. And some of you guys are like, what are you talking about? Take out your cameras, point it to the right side. Just trust me, alright? There's not much trust yet, but it will be built. And if you miss this, you're going to probably like regret it and be like, I got to get on another bus to get the shot. But you can get it from here, okay? I promise. Alright, you must stay seated. Thank you, friends. Because if you don't work here, you don't stand, alright? Cool. Yeah, so if you're looking in front of you to your right side, we're coming up to a cool gate. But, not Colgate, cool gate, okay? Now, here's the thing. This gate was a gift from our sister city, Tianjin. You're like, who's that? They're just a sister city that was very grateful for letting us have Chinese people in America, alright? To your right side, this is a gift from them. Look at how gorgeous that is. It stands at 44 feet tall, 88 tons, not a single nail or screw in that bad boy. Not a single nail or screw. It's entirely made of interlocking pieces. It's like a big old jigsaw puzzle. It was a gift from Tianjin. Now, that is called the Friendship Gate, as you might imagine, because it's friendly. Now, that's cool, but right next to it is a place for bubble tea. Have you guys ever tried bubble tea? Yes. If you know what I'm talking about, it's the bomb, which means it's good, okay? Now, for those of you guys who don't know what bubble tea is, you're in the right market to try it. It's soft, chewy, tapioca pro balls in your drink. Right next to that gate is a place called Mr. Deer. I love that place. Mr. Deer, like the antlers, one of the most underrated places. You have to go and try it there, right? Now, some of you guys are like, do you do food advertisements? No, I'm just hungry all the time. Now, if you're looking to your right side, this is Ebisu, a Japanese life store. Now, if you guys like anime, manga, Dragon Ball Z, you want a life-size Goku, you want some cool anime gear, or something just cute, that is a great place to go into, right? A lot of that stuff is trending right now, so I like to mention it, especially if you're here just visiting anyway. It's fun. We all know a weeb one way or another, right? Now, if you guys go inside there, it's amazing. It looks like the inside of a Japanese convenience store. You ever wonder what that looks like? Right? Now, some of you guys are like, wait, that's Japanese. That's not Chinese. Good job. You know the difference. We have expanded. It's more than just a Chinatown, okay? It's more like an Asian town. So if you want to taste some authentic Asian culture and some really cute stuff, check it out. It's a great place to go, all right? Now, if you guys are looking to your right side, this is the convention center. What do we hold in the convention center? Convention, sharp as a tack. That's right. We have the longest running horticultural power show convention. We got real estate conventions, automobile conventions, tattoo conventions, alcohol conventions, you name it. At some point we have it to our right side. It's like a big old meeting hall, but it's just fancier. It is humongous. Now, if you guys are looking to your left side, this is a very different place. You guys are going to look at this one faded out sign to your left. But it's not like we can't see it right now. You'll see it when we return. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about already, but it's a debate on how to read a word. That is how it looks like, okay? Some of you guys are like, she's always crazy. No, I speak for an hour and a half, and I go on another bus for an hour and a half. Now, to your left side, see that red faded sign? Can you read that? How do we pronounce this? Reading. Spoken like true Philadelphians. Oh my goodness. Now, if you're in the city of Philadelphia, we don't know how to read, we read. That's the only reason why it's called Reading Terminal Market, okay? Now, have you guys ever played Monopoly? There's a piece on that board. What's it called? The Reading Railroad. That's right. That's a real railroad. That was, of course, inside there down to the convention center. However, we removed this and replaced it with something even better. We have 80 vendors from all across the world, French, Greek, Halal, Spanish, Italian, you name it, is sitting inside there. That's one of the best places to grab a bite in Philadelphia. But that is not the best place for cheesesteaks. I'll let you know where to get your cheesesteaks. If it's your first loop around, you can stay on board, of course. I'll never say no. But if you'd like to leave, that's perfectly fine as well. I don't have attachment issues. Alright, so come on now, enjoy yourselves. There's a tip off to your right. Thank you so much for tipping. Have a good one.